It's about guiding people. The only way you can make the world better is if you make the people better. It's about showing them the light of hope in themselves and their family. Everything in this universe is all about synchronicity.
Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovator from the king, learn the foundation from the king. Nana push 1 + 1 is 2 equals 3 + 2 is 5. God your mind, me plus you is mathematician. Learn from V1 numerovator. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovator from the king, learn the foundation from the king. Nana push numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovator from the king, learn the foundation from the king.
No, it's not about reading, it's about guiding. I don't do readings, I do consultation, because you should know yourself. As good as the back of your hand, you should know yourself. I want everyone out there to be clear that this is to serve you like a GPS serves you. Remember, each of us has guaranteed ourselves success. Be that magi family, be that magician, be that numerovational motivated force. It's about guiding people. The only way you can make the world better is if you make the people better. It's about showing them the light of hope in themselves and their family. Everything in this universe is all about synchronicity.
Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovator from the king, learn the foundation from the king. Nana push 1 + 1 is 2 equals 3 + 2 is 5. God your mind, me plus you is mathematician. Learn from V1 numerovator. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovator from the king, learn the foundation from the king.
That's a new jingle by my son, Prince Imagine. Numerovator from the king. From the king.
No, it's not about reading, it's about guiding. I don't do readings, I do consultation, because you should know yourself. As good as the back of your hand, you should know yourself. I want everyone out there to be clear that this is to serve you like a GPS serves you. Remember, each of us has guaranteed ourselves success. Be that magi family, be that magician, be that numerovational motivated force. That's a new jingle by my son, Prince Imagine. Big up to him. That's the new jingle by my son, Prince Imagine. I am very excited that this is preparing me for the numerovational audibles that I'm going to be putting out. So big up to people that's on IG right now. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. Big up to all of you for locking in and tuning in. Thank y'all very much. And it's a new jingle, you know, it's a new jingle. And it's so important that we are willing to expand and grow. And those who don't know who I am, those that are here for the first time, I deal with numbers from a very simple perspective, because a lot of us like to say numbers don't lie. I'm not talking about mysticism and all that. I'm talking about patterns. I'm talking about sequels. I'm talking about sequences. I'm talking about things and cycles that follows your life. And the topic for today is, are you allowing yourself to add value to this realm? And Instagram, pardon me for a second, because I have to upload. Y'all might have to come to YouTube for this one. I need to upload something, so it might go dark for a second. Are you adding value to this realm? Let me say that again. And you got to really look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, are you adding value to this realm? I don't care if it's to your family from a menial perspective. I don't care if it's from at your job. I don't care if it's something big that you're going to do, whether you want to become a celebrity, whatever you want to do in your life. Are you allowing yourself, let's say it like that, are you allowing yourself to add value? That's what I'm about when I do my numerovational sessions. Let me say that again. Are you adding value? Are you adding value? And sometimes, sometimes adding value is just saying something kind to somebody. Sometimes adding value is just saying something kind and respectful to somebody that makes their day. Sometimes adding value is IG. What's up? I'm back, IG. I'm sorry. I had to go somewhere, IG. Had to go to YouTube. So IG, I'm going to take you down for a second. You know what? I'm gonna leave you up, IG. Let me just leave y'all up because I know y'all gonna want this. Pardon me, family. Just want to make sure that my IG click is up. So the topic for today, and welcome those that are new. Star, somebody says Star got me here. Yeah, Star is one of my good brethren for years. We go back to Crown Heights, Brooklyn, and the club life. Big up to Star from Star Report all the time. He don't like to do shout outs. So, but big up to my brother Star. He don't like nobody calling him brother, but certain people he allows to call brother. He allowed me to call him brother throughout the years. So we go back like that. But the topic today, family, is are you allowing yourself to add value to this realm? Are you allowing yourself to add value? And please share this. Share this live because it is going to be an appropriate share of information, even to what the word value means in numerovation, from a numerical perspective, what the word, what it means. And those that are Instagram, if you're having any problems, please come on over to my YouTube channel. That's King Simon Presents on YouTube. If you're having any problems, come on over to my YouTube channel. I got time today. I don't have time for the bull crap, but I have time for a respectable discussion on, are you allowing yourself to add value to this realm? And the key word is value. Key word for today that I'm going to break down the mathematics to is value. Because I think that's very important. And very important to all of you out there that are new to my channel to recognize, because I don't like to dilly-dally when it comes to these numbers. I don't like to dilly-dally and play around when it comes to these numbers. And many people know I don't like to dilly-dally and play with these numbers, because all of us like to say numbers don't lie, and all that kind of stuff. Well, if that's the truth, if numbers don't lie, then what about the numbers connected to you? What about the numbers connected to your birthday? What about the numbers connected to the letters in your name? What about those things? And did those that are new to my channel, and welcome to the channel, and those that are watching me all over the world, all across the seas, and all in England and Germany and France and all these different places, I may, bonjour if you're listening to me in the Latin countries, all of the, wherever you're listening to me, thank you. I really appreciate it. So I want I want y'all to really understand that I appreciate it. And I usually come on Sundays. My regular shows are Sundays and Wednesdays. So that's why you see Sundays and Wednesdays. But my regular shows are Sundays and Wednesday. And if you do want to make a donation, you're more than welcome to support the channel by any and all means necessary. You can support the channel by any and all means necessary. And that's through PayPal if you're international.me/King Simon, or Cash App and PayPal if you're local also, because PayPal is used all over the world and Cash App is only used in America. So Cash App, $ King Simon, the numerator. So the word value in the English language, word value and its definition, according to the online dictionary, the regard that something is held to deserve the importance, wealth, and usefulness of something. I'm gonna copy and paste that. I gotta copy and paste that. A person's principles or standard behavior, one's judgment of what is important in life, and the numerical amount denoted by an algebraic term, a magnitude, quantity, or number. And all these meanings mean something. Let me share screen real quick. Let me share screen real quick. If you don't mind, I'm going to share screen real quick. Boom, bang. There we go. Okay, so as you see, there's a dictionary meaning of the word value. And if you go to my books on numerovation for mental stability or Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated, I always like to break down words from what we are familiarized, or what we are familiar with. Because if you break down the word, whether you go into the etymology of the word, whether you're still doing the connotative meaning or the denotative meaning, words not only have vibration, mathematical vibrations and frequencies to it, it has a meaning. So the word value means, the first meaning is a plural noun, which means the regard that something is held to deserve the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. Your support, and the sentence they put out there, your support is of great value. The second meaning of value is a person's principles or standards of behavior, one's judgment of what is important in life. So this is dealing with personal principles. The third one is the numerical amount denoted by an algebraic term, a magnitude, quantity of, or numbers. Then they go down with the verbs. It says estimate the monetary worth of something. The second one in the verb lane is considered someone or something to be important or beneficial, have high opinions of. Each one of those meanings means something, and it represents value. It represents value. So it's all right to look at the dictionary meaning of these words. It's all right to look at these dictionary meanings of these words, because you can take those meanings and apply them to your actual self. I'm not talking about applying it to your children or your cousin and your mama and your daddy and everybody around you. In order for you to be the best you can be in this realm and to add value to this realm, is by allowing yourself to recognize what is valuable about you. Because everybody has an individual fingerprint, an individual eye retina scan. Everybody have an individual footprint, individual smells, unless you're putting on perfume, the same perfume. Everybody, but because of the combination of your mommy and your daddy, created another miracle, a different smell, a different taste, a different fingerprint. different hand palm print. So all of us have an individual stake right here to perform or provide something valuable to the world. Can I get a number one in the chat if that makes sense? Can I get a number one in the chat if that makes sense? Can I get a number one in the chat? I'm on Facebook. I'm on IG. I'm on all types of stuff. I'm on it. Put it like that. I'm on it. Let me go to my Facebook. Make sure that's broadcasting. I think it should be. Go to my King Simon on Facebook. Make sure that's broadcasting. Don't mind me, family. I'm doing research today, like Star would say, doing research today. Doing research on yourself. You understand? I want y'all to save yourselves. Okay? I want y'all to save yourselves. Like Brother Panic wants you to do. Save yourself. Talk that sass. Big up to Brother Panic. Oh, man. Big up to Mystic Ivy. Oh, long time no see. No time no see, Mystic Ivy. What's up? What's up? What's up? She put 111 in that building. Thank you. Mystic Ivy, she's been on my channel before, so big up to her. So, of course, like it said in the definition about the numerical value, the numerical amount denoted by algebraic terms, the magnitude, quantity of or number. Yes, it does. If you go back to the systems of numerology, whether you're using Pythagoras, which is the youngest and the modern, or the Chaldean, or whether you're going to gematria, or going to, wherever you want to go, Kabbalah, wherever you want to go. It's a powerful thing to be able to use. And you know King Simon wants to share screen. You know your brother wants to share screen. You know I ain't playing with this. I ain't new to this. Ta-da! So, going to the mathematics of it, the numerical value of the word value. Let me get my pointer. So get out y'all way. In the Pythagorean system, the word value adds up to 16, which is a 7. Now, if you ever read anything of my book about the number 16, in my book, I talk about the number 16, and I always share with people, I tell people, when you read my books, I don't know about everybody else's books, but when you read my books, the numbers connected to words, names, can also be associated with any word that it adds up to, any name that it adds up to. You just got to know how to speak the language of what you're presenting. You just got to know how to speak. So if it adds up to a number 16, and in my book, the number 16 in numerology, in the study of numbers from a numerational perspective, because I do numerovation, in order for you to be valuable, the number 16 is the symbol of spiritual victory. So it's not just a physical value, you have to have a spiritual value also. In my book, page 68. Those who got my book, if you don't have it, go to what you call it? Go to Amazon and get it, or go to my Linktree and get it. As a matter of fact, let me put the Linktree link up there now. Stop playing. You know, I ain't playing with y'all. I got Linktree up in here too now, son. I got Linktree up in here. Let me make sure that the Linktree is scrolling on the bottom. So value is not just a physical thing, it's also a spiritual thing. Hold on one second. Let me put this up there, right? Oh, we teaching today. Y'all know I like to teach. And products. So I'm going to scroll the Linktree on the bottom, if you don't mind. Let me see. I just had it here. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Don't mind me, family. Hold on. Let me just make sure everything is right and exact. I know IG is watching. I know everybody's watching. IG, Facebook, everybody's watching. because you could go to Linktree/King Simon. So in my book, the number 16, and I'm starting with the number 16 first, and then I'm going to go to the number 21, because the double numbers before they add up to the single digit mean something. They're called either compound numbers or composite numbers. Everybody put that in the chat. Compound numbers are the double numbers or composite numbers. Somebody put that in the chat. Compound or composite, that's what they're called. Okay? Very important. It is also known as the cosmic consciousness number, 16. So in order for you to show your value, you have to reveal your cosmic consciousness, because it's also a number of defeat, and depending on its physical use in this realm, the number 16 is the vibration of creativity, balance, love, and spiritual insight. In order for you to be of value, you have to be able to show all of that. You have to be able to show all of that. Those are, and once you, and remember, from the 16, it gets to 7. But always remember, I say, look at numbers from a holistic perspective. So I look at the 1, I look at the 6, I look at the 16, and I look at the 7 also. That gives me a holistic perspective, both positive and negative, both high and low, both constructive and destructive. Because in tarot, remember that number is called in the tarot card, it's called the Tower. It symbolized the overthrow of self-ambition, and it depicts as the tower struck by lightning from which a man is falling with a crown on his head. So the negative, especially of the negative, is also someone falling from grace. It's called the Shattered Citadel. The number 16 gives warning. Again, I'm connecting it to value, because if you have false values, negative values, destructive values, it gives warning that plans must be made in advance, mental plans, spiritual plans. It gives warning because the number 16 is also a number of fatality if you don't use it correctly. Let me say that again. The number 16 is a number of fatalities if you don't use it correctly. How many of y'all get that? I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube. If you want to come to my YouTube channel, please, by all means, come to the YouTube channel, because you get the blessings. You get the blessings. If you understand what I'm saying, please put a number 1 in the chat. If you understand what I'm saying, please put a number 1 in the chat, because I'm not here to play with people. I'm not here to play with people's soul, and I don't want y'all playing with my soul. Please like, subscribe, and share, and remember, sharing is caring. So in the Pythagorean system, it's very important to pay a close attention to your values. And with the 1 being the lead number in the 16, the 1 deals with using your creativity and your ambitiousness, if that's a word. The 6 deal with bringing balance. So creativity, balance, harmony, family, truth, justice, reciprocity, all of that has everything to do with the positive aspect of values, because there's people that can be out there bringing the negative, false values. And maybe that's what they're supposed to do. Maybe that's what they're supposed to do in this life. Bring negative and false values. Because everything is duality, family. Everything is duality. Everything is duality. And if the word value, according to the dictionary, says the regards that something is held to deserve the important worth or usefulness of something, even in criminal organizations, there are people that are worthy and worth something in criminal organizations. So it goes both ways. The word value can go both ways. In mathematics and in principles that we're living in whatever organization or whatever place you may be or whatever you're showing your value to. You could be one of the best criminals out there under that number 16 and be valuable to the boss that you're following. I'm just saying. Let's not get it twisted, because if you're in the mafia, if you're in those type of organizations, guess what? And you're a valuable person like Sam the Bull and Michael Franchese and all of them that are now on YouTube talking, they were valuable to their boss. They were valuable. Whatever they did, however they did it, they were valuable. Value has a duality, whether you're in the criminal realm or whether you're in the conscious realm. That's what I'm trying to say to people. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can't take away an Al Capone's value. You can't take away a Frank Lucas value. You can't take away Frank White's value. You can't take away a Lucky Luciano's value. Just like you can't take away a Malcolm X's value, of Francis Cresswell's value, Queen Nzinga, Che Guevara value, Fidel Castro's value. Everybody has their form of value that can go either or either way. All of it, all the way into antiquity. In the Chaldean system, which is the older system between the two, that's Pythagorean. That P, when you see P, that's the number C, that's the letter C. That's the letter C, and that represents the Chaldean system, which comes from a Pythagorean system, comes from his studies, traveling around, then bringing it back to Greece, and then becoming the father of numbers, Pythagoras. But Pythagoras studied with the Chaldeans. Pythagoras studied Sumerians. Pythagoras studied with the Egyptians. Pythagoras studied with the darker hue people and then brought it back to Greece. Am I angry at him? Of course I'm not angry at him for doing what he's supposed to do. Of course I'm not upset. As a matter of fact, I praise Pythagoras because he tried to help his people. He tried to bring value to his people, and they shunned him, and I think they even killed him or exiled him, one or the other. I got the history, and sometimes I don't even stay on that. I got to look that up. You can go to that book called The Secret Teachings of All Ages. The Secret Teachings of All Ages by P. Manly Hall. The Secret Teachings of All Ages. He has a great breakdown and story of Pythagorean and where his Pythagoreans went and what they did. He has a great story in that book, The Secret Teachings of All Ages by P. Manly Hall. Well, I got to give you books. Matter of fact, I can show you the book. I can show you the book. I'm showing the book. Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly P. Hall. Manly P. Hall. Thick ass book. That's why I got the word study on top of it. Got to study it. There's a lot of information. A lot of cross references, bibliography in the back, all of that. He got all of it in the back. He got all of it, where you could go, what to study it. He got peer review studies and bibliography in the back. So big up to Manly P. Hall. So getting back to the point, in the Chaldean system, in the Chaldean system, we're not talking about Nikola Tesla, so don't throw that out there. Nikola Tesla studied Pythagoras. Let's get it real. Nikola Tesla, in order for him to be whatever he was in this realm, a maverick scientist, they all acknowledges the number system coming through Pythagoras. So Nikola Tesla is new compared to Pythagoras. Pythagoras is older because he's from the 6th century he's from. But Nikola Tesla is young. But all of those scientists bear witness. All of those scientists bear witness to Pythagoras. Neil deGrasse Tyson, all of them, they bear witness to Pythagoras. All of them. Stephen Hawking, remember Pythagoras was the starting building blocks for modern numbers and understanding of numbers. That's why they call it the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem. That means it's no longer a theory, it's a theorem. That means it's been proven over time. It's been proven over time. And those scientists, like the Nikola Tesla, like the Einstein, has added on because that's what you're supposed to do. You can refute, you can disagree, but you're adding on to what the father of numbers and science and all that started off with, Pythagoras. So getting back to the point, the word value adds up to a number 21. Now, in my book on page 70, Numerovator for Mental Stability, 21 is known as the universe number. It is called the symbol of the world. They call it the world number in tarot. And 21 is also called the crown of the Magi. The crown of the Magi is equated to the word value. The crown of the Magi number, the universe number, the world number in tarot is connected to the word value. And that comes with, in order for you to be valuable, it comes with love, it comes with compassion, it comes with creativity on the positive, but it's also a number that deals with, the need to be honorable in your actions. Because the lower side of the number 21 can be careless, reckless, scandalous, hypocritical, conceited. And remember, in the tarot world, that number 21 deals with success after a long battle. And the crown of the Magi is only given after you go through your long initiation. So in order for you to be able to reveal the value of who you are, you have to go through your test of your determination. You have to be initiated in your, and I'm not talking about going in under any initiation system. I'm talking about you got to go through some stuff to get to some stuff. And that's when you reveal your true value of who you are. You have to go through some stuff. Just make sure it's worth it in the long run. Whatever you go through, make sure it's worthy and worth it in the long run in order for you to show your value. Remember, the topic is, are you allowing your value? Are you allowing yourself to add value to this realm? Are you allowing yourself to add value to this realm? This is not a joke. It's not a game with me. Because if you read any numerology book, you're supposed to be able to add it to any words that you have, any names that you have, wherever the numbers show up. The inner workings of the word. Let's go to the inner workings of the word. The inner workings, when you add the A, E, I, O, U of the word, the A, U, and E adds up to a number 9 in the Pythagorean system and adds up to a number 12 in the Chaldean system. Very interesting. Very interesting. Why? Because in numerology, the number 9 is the number of conclusion, initiation, and being in preparation for new things to come. So the word value is also something that's, if you want to show forth your value or find your value, you got to be ready to prepare yourself. It's a preparation inner vowel number because the vowels represents the inner you, the inner heart of you, the inner urge. That's what the vowels represent. It represents the inner aspect. So all of your vowels in your name represents the inner you, the inner aspect, your inner urge of what you want to do or what you want to pull out of your soul. And if you're not willing to work, and because 16 in numerology is also the number of planning, because if you don't plan, you plan to fail. If you don't plan to bring out and prepare yourself to show forth your values, then what are you doing? It takes work. Because that's a planning number. 16, that's why it says it can cause, 16 is the number that can cause fatality if you don't plan. 9 can cause destruction if you don't plan. I'm telling you the story of this word value. And all of us have an A-E-I-O-U in our name. We all have consonants in our names. We all have the expression in our name. And when people like myself do your chart, we try to bring out certain things that could remind you of what you need to do in this realm, because many of us have forgotten. So many of us have forgotten what to do. Many of us have forgotten. That's what the movie Total Recall was all about. Especially if you watch the original one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you watch the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, it was about recalling his greatness of who he was and how he was going against the society of Mars at that time. But they had to remove his memory. But when they knew he was about to find his memory, they tried to kill him. That's the movie Total Recall. Going back to Arnold Schwarzenegger, then they did a remix with I forgot the name of the guy, but Arnold Schwarzenegger is in my head. So don't devalue yourself, because if I put the D and the E in front of it, then I'll get a whole nother vibration. But we're not going there. I'm going to stay on the value. Again, the number 21 in numerology is the crown of the Magi number. And Magi's in history are supposed to turn little than nothing the alchemists, the astronomers, the numerologists. That's the crown of the Magi number. And then it equates to the number 3 after you've gone through that crown of the Magi and gone through your initiation and your determination. Then you expand. That's what number 3 represents. Then you expand and grow. But again, it takes work. People don't want to do the work. People know I do the work. Lord of mercy, Jesus Christ. My mother would say, Lord, them know I do the work. Come here, know I work. Them know I work. Like my mother would say. You have to work. And I was talking to a pastor's son, or a young one of my clients that was born under a Christian family. I said, look, one thing I learned about religion is that everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die, because death has become such a mystery to us, when in ancient society, they taught the importance of having a good transition. Thus, in this time, we birthed a person named Brother Panic, who taught profusely about death and understanding why you shouldn't fear it. Prepare yourself on how to transition and not come back. That's why he taught that. So big up to Brother Panic, because that's the truest teachings that you ever want, is to do what you love and do it on high vibrational and valuable time that you have on this realm, because you're dead longer than you're alive. According to many teachers, you're going to be dead longer than you're alive, unless you have to come back through and do something, but you still won't remember that you had to come back and do this thing. And many of us have probably already came through from another realm, from another time. We all are ancestors reincarnated in some form or fashion. And then you got those people that are new souls, according to some of the metaphysics studies. But while you're here, are you allowing yourself to add value to this realm. And why I keep on saying allowing, because Dr. B. Sirius always talk about that word allow, not I am. Because some of y'all can say I am rich and y'all are broke as hell. But if you're allowing yourself to be rich, then the process is starting to mentally resonate and spiritually resonate, as well as physically, because now you have to put in that work if you want to be a millionaire. If you allow yourself, or say the word, I allow abundance to come to me. So whether you're a millionaire, a billionaire, or 1,000-year, at least you are activating something in your mind to reach that goal. So now it's work. So you can actually say that I am when you reach there. But right now you're still allowing yourself to bring value, to have value, to own value, to encourage value. That's what I do on my challenge. That's what I do on my channel. My channel. That's why you don't see me come with drama. The name of my channel is called King Simon Presents Only Quality People, and the Numerovation Nation on my other YouTube, because I got 2 YouTube channels. You can go to my Linktree to get my books. You could also order all that stuff, or go to all my links, my Facebook private links, all of that. I got a Facebook Ministry of Numerovation. But my job is to bring value. And I wanted to get to the vowels of the word value in the Chaldean system. It adds up to a number 12. And those that study tarot, in my book, I talk about the number 12 because the 12 in compound numerology is the universal manifestation. It's the number of complete expression according to certain esoteric studies. It's the number of fruition. It's the number of expansion of perfect duality, the number 12. I'm talking about the word value. However, in tarot, it's called the hangman. And it represents the lessons. It represents the lessons that humans must hang upside down from their feet until they accomplish their great works and renewal. It's also known as the victim number. So if you are lacking value and you're becoming a victim or a sacrificial lamb of other people, the 12 is there to show why you're doing this, or why you're not showing your values or manifesting your values in this realm. The number 12, in the urge of the number of the word value, can be a sacrificial lamb, a victimization number, where you're holding yourself back because of other people. You're holding your values back because of other people's bullcrap, other people's plans and intrigues. When you're supposed to let your intuition guide you, because the number 2 in the 12 is an intuitive number, but the word value is an intuitive number also, because it adds up to the number 7, which is a number of intuition. Digging deep, researching, going in, planning. It does take your plans. It's real. So numbers is not hocus pocus. Everybody out there like to say numbers don't lie. Every physicist and scientist use mathematics when they want to come to something of value or understand something. They all say that the universe is mathematics, but we're on Earth, in the universe, and humans, because of their crazy ass willpower, don't want to claim their own mathematics so they can find value. Oh man, it's like I said, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And in my book, that's why I tell people, don't read my book like just for yourself and your family, but read it and connect it to days, months, connected to when you find that it breaks down to a certain number. That's how you read any numerologist books, because that's how I've came up with my system of numerovation, being able to motivate you with your numbers, because Numbers can motivate you to be your best. The study of numbers or numerology is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply your numbers and they will guide you. That's what I said on the bottom of this flyer. That's what I said on the bottom of this flyer. Let it guide you. Why are you running away? Why are you running away from your math? Why are you running away from, people say, I don't celebrate my birthday. I'm not asking you to celebrate your birthday. I'm asking you to celebrate the use of the numbers that we like to say that doesn't lie and apply it. So go study the interpretation from different perspectives and then see if it works for you. Which one works for you? Which one adds value to you? Which one of the interpretations, whether it's from my book, Lloyd books, whether it's from Rosemarie Templeton's book. This is an old numerologist that transitioned years ago. And she talks about considering a career change. She got all kinds of stuff in this book. You can go to Lloyd Strayhorn's book. Whatever is valuable to make you a better person in your own circle and in your own realm, in your own world, you use it. Because that's what I'm about. That's why I do numerovation, baby. I'm a numerovational consultant. I'm not a reader. I'm not here to read none of you grown-ass people. You know who you are, and you actually know your value because the word value adds up to a number 7. It may be a mystery, but it's not a secret. It may be a mystery because that is the number of mystery also and secrecy. It may be a mystery, but it's not a secret if you're willing to dig deep and if you're willing to plan and willing to finish what you start and see it till completion. That's the number 9. And number 9 shows up in this twice because even in the consonants of the name, which represents the outer value of the number name or the outer mathematics of the number of the name value, because of the consonants, 9, see it to completion, see its finishing. Go to the highest level of it. Show your values on multiple high levels, but it has to take spiritual work. It has to be expressed. You have to go through your initiation. You have to be willing to expand in it. You have to be willing to plan, or you plan to fail, and you have to be willing to attract, because 7 is also the number of the law of attraction. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Not new to this. I'm true to this. Big up to everybody watching on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my work from my perspective. I'm just doing my work from my perspective. Remember, please like, subscribe, share. Remember, sharing is caring. And because I got so much 6s in my chart, especially in my namesake, that's why I like to share. There's a lot of 6s. My name, my first name that my mother gave me. You better call Tyrone. Call him. My middle name is Anthony and Simon, but my first name is Tyrone. Tyrone in the Chaldean system adds up to a number 6, but in the Pythagorean system, it adds up to a number 7. So the need to share and caring and love and spirituality is all in me. And the patterns that I recognize with even my mother and father, one being born under the sign misnomer Libra and one being born under the sign misnomer Taurus. Taurus and Libra is connected to the number 6 in numerology and astronumerology. So they named me Tyrone, which I hated that name since I was young. So don't y'all ever call me Tyrone. I hated that name. My mother up to this day know I hated that name. And then sure enough, you got Erica Badu calling Tyrone, you're cloning Tyrone, you got the crackhead Tyrone, you got a big ass guy named Tyrone wanting to beat up people until the point that he got shot. My name's Tyrone, and I'm gonna beat your ass and take your wife. What? What kind of craziness are you doing, Tyrone? I don't like that name. And I realized why I don't like the name as I got older. He became a damn crackhead and all kinds of craziness. Are there some good Tyrones out there? No doubt. But I use Anthony and Simon more because it resonates with my energy. But all Anthony, In the Pythagorean system, Anthony, Tyrone, Simon all adds up to the number 7, dealing with spiritual things, metaphysics things. That's what I do. I like to dig deep and study. I know people out there laughing. You're right. Somebody said my son named Tyrone. Hey, it's a good name. It's nothing wrong with it. It's a good name. It's a good name. It's just my energy as a number connected to the number 1 energy just don't blend with that number 6, because 6 and 1 can be challenging energy. But I do use it. That's why when you see me send a PayPal, y'all might see Tyrone Anthony Brown. If y'all see my PayPal, especially at the Numerovator PayPal, you'll see that, because that's what it's connected to. Because you can't add Tyrone Anthony Simon Brown. There's too much names. They don't want that when you're doing certain things and setting up certain things. So I understand, but I just use Tyrone Anthony because that's my father's middle name also. That's my father's middle name, Anthony. So getting back to the point, before I close out, remember, family, please take the time out to really, analyze what I said in this live, because I really want all of you to allow yourself to add value to this realm. And whether you add in value from a small perspective or a large perspective, whether you're adding value from at your job or adding value to your family, whether your family recognize the value that you have to offer, just keep on adding value. Don't devalue yourself, because if I add the D to it, which would be 4 and 5, what'd you get? Wow, it will still come up to a number 25 in the Pythagorean system, and a number 33 in the Chaldean system, if I'm not mistaken. So if I add 9 to 21, that adds up to number 30. I'm sorry. 30 would be added up to number 30. So if I put DE, I'm going to show y'all something. If I put D value, DE, that's a number 4, 5, 5. It's a consistent number in this. So when I add that, so if I add 9 to 16 plus 16, it adds up to 25. So when you devalue yourself, 25 in numerology is a number of observation and listening more than you speak. It's an observation number. So when you devalue yourself, that means you're stepping back and observing other people show their value instead of you. Because D-value adds up to 25, which is an observation number instead of a participation number. It's an observation. You think I'm lying? Let me go to one of the oldest numerologists. This guy here, Kiro. Let me show you that I'm not playing with this. Number 25. He says, this number denotes strength gained through experience, benefits obtained through observation of people and things. It is not deemed exactly a lucky number, as its success is given through strife and trials in the early parts of their life. In early life. It is favorable when it appears in regards to the future. Hear what I'm saying now. Now, how would you take that, and how did I add? Now, the word devalue adds up to 25. It's a number of observation and things. It's not deemed lucky. It's not deemed a lucky number, 25, according to Kiro. Because the success comes through strife and trials. If you devalue yourself, you're going to go through strife and trials in your life. And when you're trying to shoot for any value that you love and you want to take yourself to the next level, it does take work. It does take turbulence. Yes, but if you love what you do, the value of what you love to do will not even become a strife or a trial. It becomes something that you had to do to be your best on your highest and wisest level. But if you devalue yourself, that means you're just observing. You're just observing people do all the great things that you should be doing. and you're putting yourself in the bleachers instead of putting yourself in the field of the work. So if I go to the Chaldean system and add 9 to that number, to the number 21, it adds up to 30. And in his book, what he says about the number 30, I'm only going to this older person's book. I'm showing you how to connect words or names in a manner of being open to receive whatever information is coming from the book. So they said the number 30 is a number of thoughtful deduction, retrospection, mental superiority over one's fellows. But as it seems to belong completely to the mental plane, the person it represents are likely to put all material things on one side, not because they have to, but because they wish to do so. For this reason, it is neither fortunate nor unfortunate, for either depends on the mental outlook of the person it represents. If it can be all powerful, but it is just as often indifferent according to the will and the desire of the person. Oh my gosh. When you add D value as up to a 30, he just said in this book, it can be all powerful, but it just as often indifference according to the will or the design of the person. So you can either devalue yourself according to this number, or you can remove that devalue and add value to yourself because it's up to the will of that person. It's up to you. It's up to the individual that either they're going to value themselves or devalue themselves according to the number 30. Yo, I'm telling you, the science and the interpretation is powerful. The science and the interpretation is powerful. You can go to my book if you want to learn how to math. But hey, look, let me show you. I already got it. I already got it. Look, remember. Here we go. And you can go to my book, but that is the Pythagorean system, and that's the Chaldean system. That's the Pythagorean system on top, and that's the Chaldean system on the bottom. There it is. I got it. I got it all around me. I got symbols and shapes and all kinds of things all around me. But you can go in the book. You can go in my book. I show you it in my book. I show you it in all my books. You'll see the pictures of the Pythagoras and the Chaldean system in all my books. So and in Lloyd's books too, I believe. I always give the pictures and show y'all the numbers, the systems that I'm using at that time. Systems that I use at that time. It's all in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, and it's also in this book. My book also, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. I put it in all the books. I have to teach. So I have to show you where I'm getting it from. That's what I respected about Brother Panic. Panic always wanted you to show where you get your information from. And in the back of all my books, I have a bibliography. I have recommended reading in back of all my books because I want people to study and apply it to themselves. And hey, look, if you send, I'll tell you one right now, and this is not a shameful plug. If you want to learn it for yourself, guess what? Here it is. I just did a whole class on showing how to learn how to apply numerovation for yourself. And all you have to do right now, because it's already recorded, all you have to do is send $55 for PayPal or Cash App, and you'll have a 3-hour applied numerovation webinar that you can learn how to do it for yourself from a basic, simple perspective. And if you're going to send the $55, family, just make to PayPal or Cash App, just make sure in the notes section, in the comment section, just make sure you put your email in it. Put your email in the PayPal or Cash App section if you send the $55. And boom, I will send you the link. As soon as I see your email, I'm going to email you the link immediately so you can learn for yourself. This is something you could do for this week. 3 hours. It's really 4 hours because I did a Q&A with the audience after the webinar. So it's really 4 hours is this. So you're getting a 4-hour presentation for $55. That's it. 55 circulational dollars. The more you circulate is what you're going to get back. So if you circulate the 55, you're going to get information that is going to trigger your DNA to want to do it yourself. Learn how to guide yourself. That's what I really want people to do. That's why I made it so reasonable. It's not expensive at all. It's not expensive. If y'all agree with me that it's not expensive, put the number 1 in the chat, please. If you agree that that is not expensive for what you're about to get. Now, look at this. And if you purchase this and you decide to get my 8-hour course, it's $444, but I will take off $100. This is 8 hours of holistic numerovation. I teach holistic numerovation, not just one-sided. That's why I take you to the Pythagorean. I take you to the Chaldean. I take you to, if I have to go down the Gematria road, I'll touch on Gematria. I'll touch on Kabbalah and the symbolism of it, because it's about symbolism when you're dealing with Kabbalah and Gematria. Symbolism. And so is the Chaldean in actuality, because all of that stems and all of them are connected in a certain way, but you got to be able to look at things from a whole perspective and not just one way, because if you look at things from a whole perspective, you get a full picture. If you look at it from a whole perspective, you get a full picture, and then you learn to motivate others and yourself by looking at the full picture. It's a full picture. You're welcome, royalty. But it don't mean that you're going to get it as soon as you study or research. You could take Lloyd's class, you could take my class, you could take Jackie's class, you could take anybody's class. But does that mean you're going to get it right away? No, it takes study. It takes application. It takes continuing and applying and looking and observing things around you, patterns, cycles, sequences around you, and what you're attracted to. That's why I don't call anybody my student. I call everybody participants, because we're all participating in sharing our experience in this realm, because man and woman is an experience, not a job description. We take on jobs, but we're not a job description, like Dr. Phil Valentine explained to us so eloquently. Hey, big up Shaniqua. How you doing, beautiful? Hope everything is well. Thank you very much. I big up to Shaniqua. She's a profound consultant, advisor, profound consultant. Yeah, motivation other than yourself. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So everybody that do tarot or anything, y'all should not be calling yourself readers. Y'all are advisors and consultants of that craft. I tell y'all all the time. I tell all of y'all out there, you belittle yourself when you call yourself a reader. I'm really honest with that, because, like I said, the presidents, the dukes, the queens, and the kings of different echelons, they call these people advisors. That's why the president has over 100 advisors. Some might be for astronomy. Some might be for astrology. Some might be for the cosmic. Some might be for numerology. I have a book by a numerologist that used to work for NASA. This dude used to work for NASA. Why is a numerologist working for NASA? Why is he an advisor at NASA? I'll read the back of his book. He said, Michael Brill, a numerologist since 1985, has worked with schools, business, and government, including 10 years with the aerial space industry and 2 years with NASA. This dude right here, he calls his system cosmic numerology because he comes from that discipline. This dude. Yeah, I've been studying him too. I study them all. I study them all because I want a bigger picture. I want a bigger picture. I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid. One thing I'm not afraid of is telling you where I get the information or where I get certain information from. Not afraid to tell people that. That's what I loved about Panic. That's what I love about Brother Bobby Hemmett. That's what I loved about Phil Valentine. If you go on Phil Valentine's on his website, you'll see all the books on his website. You see all the books that he's studied, or a majority of the books that he recommends that are not out of print, but he's selling them through his website. So he's going to get a percentage because he's promoting them. And I got it. I got that. I understand that. I'm going to stop selling books on my website, things that I recommend, and become an affiliate salesperson for that person so I can get a little money. I'm promoting books that I'm not making no money for. You know how many times I promoted this book, like Doreen Virtue's book, Angel Numbers, or how many times I promoted Lloyd's book? But I'm doing it because I love it. I'm not doing it because for the likes. I'm doing it for the love. That's why I haven't set up and I'm not saying Phil Valentine don't love what he does, and he's just, Phil has a team. I'm developing a team that will help me to serve that greater purpose, or show me how to do the affiliate marketing and all that, sell books that I promote. Because y'all know how many books I promote during consultations. I don't just promote my book. That's why I got a bibliography in back of all my books, or recommended reading in back of all my books. I don't just, because if you read and research it for yourself, and I'm getting ready to close out because I got sessions I got to do today. If you read and research it for yourself, and then cross-references with life's experiences, whether it's from religion and all that, I cross-reference with everything that I've gone through in my life, in my 56 years of being on this planet. I cross-reference. See where I'm going with it. See how you go with it, where I need to go. Pick up on people's things and energies and spiritual cross references, because I still have dreams, and I have ideals that come to me real quick that I have to write or text myself or send an ideal. I'm finding the value in all that I've learned, and I'm still learning. I'm never gonna stop learning. Never gonna stop learning. I'm never going to stop learning, because you will never. That's why I don't like to be called master anything. You'll never know everything. You could be a master of certain skills and then be able to disseminate it in a masterful way. But when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the teacher is ready, the master will appear. And when the master is ready, God will appear. And would you believe that? If you look in the mirror, you will see the student, teacher, master, and God all in one mirror. If you look in your own mirror, you are the student, teacher, master, and God all in one. So you might be looking for external teachers and external masters and external gods, but in actuality, you are the student, teacher, master, and the God of your own reality. And then you rise to a titan, because according to metaphysics teachings, the titans make the gods. That's according to certain metaphysics teachers. That's why Brother Panic spoke on titans. You're all of it. You're all of it. That's when you start going deeper into your universal essence of who you are, when you become the titan. Because all of us, teacher, are students, teacher, master, God, titans. Now it's all five of them. The first four was foundation. 5 is power. Now 5 represents power. If you study the 5% lessons, you know what that 5% lesson is: power and refinement. Power. All 5 of them, we are all 5 of them. And you might, and some people might disagree. No, I'm not a god. Oh no, I'm not a titan. Oh no, I'm not. Oh my gosh. Because you're denying your value. You're denying your value. I got to go right back to the board. You're denying your value. You're denying your value. That's what I broke down all this time. Before I put devalue, you're denying your value. Don't deny your value. You are all of it. You are part of this macrocosmic universe. You are all of it. Just don't let people that has a low vibration bring down your energy. Don't let media and music and madness bring down your energy. If you're going to watch a movie, if you're going to watch media or watch a television show, take what you need to make yourself better. So yeah, I'll watch a movie before I go to bed. I might watch some, like I watched the other day. I watched Car Wash because I needed to feel that old type of laughter. And you know, when Richard Pryor came on with the Pointer Sisters, you know, about you got to believe in something. When they sang that song, you got to believe in something. Why not believe in me? Talking about you. Why not believe in yourself? If you got to believe in something, believe in yourself. You're the student. You're the teacher. You're the master. You're the God. You're the titan. But you got to allow yourself to be that. That's what Dr. B. Sirius always says. You got to allow yourself to be all five of that at one time, because that is what you are. It's just that you need a total recall. You need to remember. We forgot. That's why they've been holding us down and holding us back, because we forgot that we are the student, the teacher, the master, the gods, and the titans. We all have gifts. And you don't want to leave this planet without sharing at least one of your gifts. If you're not going to share all 10 of them like I've been doing, from doing radio, doing television, doing media, doing this, doing promotion, doing production, doing MC, I've been doing all my stuff all my life. So when I leave here, I want to leave here empty, like Les Brown says. He said, he used to say, Les Brown used to say, express yourself and do all that you have to do so you can die empty. Be full. Don't be filled when you leave here. You want to be, I'm done. I did all of that. I did that. I had all of this. I had the parties. I did all of that. That's why as we get older, they say once a man, twice a child. Once a man and twice a child. Once a man, twice a child. We start going back to those childlike ways and attitudes, and not giving a F as a child, because children don't give a damn. They're learning. They're still learning. So once a man, twice a child is such a powerful statement. Once a man, twice a child. Sometimes we got to go back and grab that little child in us again and say, you know what? I need my imagination to flow. I need my light to glow. I need my manifestation to manifest and be what it needs to be to bring value. Because value is a planning and a deeper process, 16-7, and it deals with creativity and it deals with balance, but it also deals with the law of attraction of planning and digging deep for it. 9 says complete it. Finish it and think on a higher vibratory level of it. The number 12 says, don't be a victim. Don't hold your value back. Don't be a victim of other people's intrigues and shut your value down to let other people shine. The 3 says, expand in it. The number 21 is the number of the crown of the Magi that said you have to go through your initiation. You have to be determined in order for you to be valuable. And then it will expand, because it takes compassion and creativity and assertiveness for you to expand and complete the job. They're the completion numbers again. Spiritual completed numbers are there again. Man. I know I get emotional sometimes because I know mathematically, numerically, how great we can be. And they, the so-called powers that be in this realm, know that also. That's why they've always kept their foot on your neck. That's why they've always kept the foot on the melanated original people's neck, because they know the power. You got the power. You got the power. Got the power. You got this. And like Baba Kaba Hiawatha says, it ain't over until we win. It ain't over until we win. I'm talking to everybody on IG, on Instagram, on Facebook, all my Facebook pages, all my YouTube pages, Numerovation Nation and King Simon Presents, and my Twitter page. It ain't over until we win. Make men great again. Remember, the etymology of man is mind. So don't get caught up in gender right now. Get caught up in mind. Make men great again. Make mind great again. The etymology of men is mine, or etymology of man is mine. Make our minds great again. If all is mental, if the universe is mental and all is mental, according to Kabbalah, I think I don't have the books. According to the Kabbalion, the first principle is mentalism. Can't see it. All is mind, and the universe is mental. The root, the etymology of the word man is mind. So if all is mind, the universe is mental. Get your mother flipping mind right. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. Get your mind right, and your behind will follow. Get that spirit up, man. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing this. Get this spiritual up. You gotta believe in something. Why not believe in me? Go ahead and watch Car Wash again with Richard Pryor and Garrett Morris and George Carlin. Go watch that. That was so fun. I watched it on Tubi. That was such a beautiful. It brought me back and had me laughing. I watched Taps the other day. Taps with Gregory Hines. Another movie that brought me back to. Sometimes you got to watch some of them old movies that brought a certain prestige of Black people out of us. Not all the madness that they promote now. They're trying to promote. Yeah, they had their flamboyant men and women back of those days, but they brought balance. It was a balance when they brought it out. Because Antonio Fargas played a homosexual man in the movie, but there was a balance. It wasn't overly promoted and crazy. It was just fun and laughter. Because everybody have gay people and homosexuals in their family. You just got to know the balance. And do they bring value? Yes, they bring value. Whatever gender they practice, and they can bring value as long as they don't bring the perversion. Everyone can bring value. As long as they don't bring the perversion and then start molesting or taking off little boys and little girls in the privacies of their home and all that bull crap. Because like Dr. Phil Valentine said, and Dr. Baruti have said, and Dr. Africa have said, and Dr. Francis Cress Welsing says, or Dr. Professor Neely Fuller have said, they're using the LGBTQ plus community to bring in deeper levels of pedophilia. That is the gateway for pedophilia, so they can bring back that old pedophilic stuff that they used to do in the Catholic Church and all that. That they still do in certain religions and ways of lives and all that kind of craziness. They're trying to bring it in. Now that's going to devalue us. And we need to find value in what we do and how we do things. Humans are going to be humans, and humans are going to go through their different experiences, because man and woman is an experience, not a job description. So somebody might come and experience being a homosexual or lesbian or this or that. Trauma and all that kind of stuff comes with the experience. But are we willing to bring balance to it? Be willing to heal from the past trauma so it doesn't affect our future, because it's affecting our future right now, affecting our future. And on that note, family, I want to thank each and every one of you. If I disrespected anybody or in any way, please forgive me. It was not my intention. My intention is exactly what I'm saying here. Are you allowing yourself to add value? I don't care what gender you may be. I don't care what race you may be, whatever it is. But are you allowing yourself to add positive and productive value to this realm? And if you are, keep on doing what you're doing. And if you're not, at least try to find out what is it that you need to do to allow yourself to add value to this realm. On that note, family, thank y'all very much for tuning in and locking in. If you can, if you feel that you benefited from this, please PayPal or Cash App, wherever you may be, all 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth. Make your mind great again. Your mind, not men, not just men. Make mind, because the word man, the etymology of it is mind. Make your mind great again. All right? I love you. I respect you. And in the great words of these people here, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. Dr. B. Sirius said that. And Dr. Blair says, please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you, Dr. Blair. I'm going to close out with the song that I started with. It's my son. My son did a jingle for me, and it's a powerful jingle. If you want a jingle done for you, for your business or whatever, your podcast, he does jingles for different businesses. He got one coming out for Nicholas, Brooklyn. He got one coming out for Alkaline Oasis. He got a lot of jingles. So tune into this jingle, and I'll see y'all next time I come on. As a matter of fact, this coming Wednesday, we have Asir, the Duke of Tears, coming in. How to use discernment to avoid being manipulated by propaganda. How to use discernment to avoid being manipulated by propaganda. Asir, the Duke of Tears, coming in live and direct right here on King Simon Presents Only Quality People, and my other platforms too. All right, this is my son. I love him dearly, and he's doing his work. His name is Prince Imagine. Make sure you look him up. Go to Spotify, go to all his platform, Prince, Prince, Imagine, Emagine. I want to start it from the beginning. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'll see y'all. Y'all be safe, be strong, be focused, take care of your health, and take care of your value, which is all of you. Peace. It's about guiding people. The only way you can make the world better is if you make the people better. It's about showing them the light of hope in themselves and their family. Everything in this universe is all about synchronicity.
Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovator from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. 1 + 1 is 2. Be precise.
consultations, I do consultations, because you should know yourself as good as the back of your hand. You should know yourself. I want everyone out there to be clear that this is to serve you like a GPS serves you. Remember, each of us has guaranteed ourselves success. Be that Magi family. Be that magician. Be that numerovational motivated force.